Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum friends. Welcome back to the latest episode of Football Gupshup. Guys, I'll be doing this transfer update right now. What we're going to be doing is we'll be talking about many stories. We'll be doing this paper stuff. We'll be looking at the newspapers, what they have showing for the transfers, what's the transfer update so far. We're going to be discussing about that. We're going to be discussing about many stories. And I would want to discuss about Chelsea as well today because we've been hearing many news about Chelsea that they're looking to make some kind of transfer moves, and we'll go through the media stories right now. We'll see what has been covered on them. We'll try to find out what possibilities do Chelsea have in the transfer market, what kind of targets are they looking for, as well as what kind of outgoings are going to be from Chelsea, because definitely there'll be some outgoings because I think Thomas Tuchel will have seen the last season and thought about it and thinking that there's still some stuff to do with the squad, and there's so many players who will be leaving this club is due to because of the certain age factor as well, because so many of the players are at the wrong side of the 30, as well as some players they haven't hit the right form, such as Lukaku, who was apparently a very big you could say one of the investment by Chelsea. So we're going to be talking about that. So why don't we start with, first of all, looking at right now with the newspaper stuff. I would want to do that. I would want to see what's happening with that, and we will have a look. Let's go and have a look right now. And I'm going to start with the Sun newspaper because apparently Sun is one of the leading tabloids in terms of football, and then we'll head to Daily Mail and then Mirror. So right now, so far you could say that Liverpool have been linked with Jude Bellingham. So that's new. Will it happen? We will see that one out. And then we have, let's see, there is nothing major other than that Cristiano Ronaldo story, which I would want to do with Chelsea, and I'm sure that David Ornstein has said about it. I will be doing that one in this episode, whereas nothing much more other than Dembele, I'm going to do that one as well. So, and we're going to do the Mohamed Salah one as well. It was reported yesterday late. I didn't give that. I said I'll be doing that today. So we'll be starting with that. And I'm going to go through Daily Mail right now and see what are they reporting at this moment. And we're going to find out right now Barcelona about Lewandowski. We're going to be doing that one as well. We'll be talking about Frankie de Jong and Manchester United one as well. Whereas we'll be talking about lots of Arsenal things as well. I'll be doing the top 6 clubs, and there is again the mentioning of Cristiano Ronaldo to Chelsea, and then we got Usman, Dembele, Raheem Sterling, whereas Gareth Bale made his move to Los Angeles, and right now that is pretty much what we have so far. And for Daily Mail, that is what has been reported. Richarlison as well between Tottenham and Chelsea, we'll be doing that one as well. Let's have a look what is Mirror reporting right now, and then we'll head towards Athletic. So we will start with Athletic because I want to see what David Ornstein has covered so far, and we're going to be speaking about that. We're going to be speaking about Tottenham as well. So right now nothing much has been reported in Mirror. So let's start with David Ornstein, and that's what I will be wanting to do because he has covered the story on Cristiano Ronaldo, and it seems that Cristiano Ronaldo is not happy with Manchester United transfer moves. He seems to be not happy at all, is due to the fact that he thinks that the club hasn't made enough investment in the squad. So that is why his representative, which is Jorge Mendes, the super agent, has been speaking to Chelsea new owner, and let's see what happens with that one. So this is what David Ornstein has to say. Chelsea Bowley, the new owner, meets with Ronaldo agent Mendes as Manchester United future discussed. So you would say that it is a busy week at Chelsea because due to the change of ownership, and plus there are going to be lots of changes behind the scenes as well as on the pitch. Now, the American entrepreneur Todd Bowley fronted a consortium. They overtook Chelsea as a new owner. They have bought the club from Roman Abramovich, and a new board of directors has now been constituted. So, Marina Gornosevskaya is departing after 19 years at Stamford Bridge. So, Bowley has installed himself as an interim sporting director. So, Chelsea have to sign players this time around in the summer transfer window. I'm sure that they will be speaking to Thomas Tuchel and be looking at what they can do. So the first name that they are targeting is Cristiano Ronaldo, because we do tend to get an idea, because due to the fact that Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the major names which has a quite reputation in the international transfer market, in the world of international football, and I'm sure the Americans would want to capitalize on that. The new owners would, whereas Cristiano Ronaldo is not happy what's happening with Manchester United. It seems that he wanted United to improve on what we have seen in the last season, and so far there is no evidence that United are trying to do anything or trying to improve anything so far, and that is the reason why Cristiano Ronaldo is asking his team to look for other moves. Now, whether Chelsea would want to pursue this opportunity, there is to be seen. What it says is that it is unclear at this stage whether Chelsea will want to pursue the opportunity, which is also believed to have been spoken about with serial German champions Bayern Munich. And as things stand, United intend to keep him at Old Trafford. Ronaldo is known to retain a huge affinity to United and does not have any problem with the new manager Erik ten Hag. I was and still am very happy to be here, Ronaldo said in a recent interview. I know Ten Hag did a fantastic job for Ajax and that he's an experienced coach, but we need to give him time and things need to change the way he wants. I hope we have success. I wish him the best. We are happy and excited. Let's believe the next year we are going to win trophies. I believe that Manchester United will be where they belong. Sometimes it takes time, but I still believe. Although his affection for the club is undoubted, the former Real Madrid and Juventus forward is thought to harbor concerns about United's lack of transfer activity so far this summer. While United are negotiating to Barcelona's Frenkie de Jong, Christian Eriksen as well, who's a free agent after the expiry of his Brentford contract, they yet to have complete both of the deals. Now, Ronaldo wants United to be competitive at the highest level and is said to be keen for them to match his ambition by strengthening the squad. The domestic rivals, most notably Manchester City and Arsenal, have all bolstered their respected 11. Starting 11 already in this window. City added Norwegian striker Erling Haaland to the back-to-back Premier League winning titles, while Jurgen Klopp added to the forward line with Darwin Núñez, and Ronaldo ended the 21-22 campaign as the United top scorer with 24 goals in all competitions. He helped his team to score the goals all over the pitch, but he wasn't able to help his team to get into the Champions League. So that means he will miss out on European elite club next season with the Champions League spot. The United team wasn't able to qualify for that one, so I'm sure that United are not going to be happy about it. Whereas if you look at the concern moment right now, United are trying their pretty best to do what they can, but so far they haven't been able to promise what Ronaldo wanted. Now, as opposed to welcoming acquisitions when Ten Hag may return for pre-season training on Monday, it will be a case of getting not to seeing Paul Pogba, Joan Mata, Nemanja Matic, Jesse Lingard, and that is what it is right now. All four have departed as free agents, which makes the need to utilize the transfer window in the favor of all most important positions. In the first press conference, Ten Hag made it clear he's looking forward to working with Ronaldo next season, as well as conversation taking place between Mendes and Chelsea surrounding Ronaldo's future. Bayern are also understood to have been involved in similar decision in discussions, because Lewandowski would want to move to Barcelona. So Bayern Munich might have a position up front, and they might see Cristiano Ronaldo playing there for at least a season or two, and there might be an opportunity rising for Ronaldo to try his football in the Bundesliga. The German side were unavailable for comment. However, when asked if Ronaldo is a target, sporting director Hasan Salihamidzic told Sky Germany Cristiano Ronaldo is a top player with an outstanding career. However, the rumor that is circulating is a rumor that has no truth in it. both Chelsea and Bayern could part company with big name strikers this summer, and if that happens, they will need to be replaced. Robert Lewandowski has made it clear that he wants to play for Barcelona, whereas return to Bundesliga champions Bayern Munich looks less likely for him. Bayern have already shown their intent by spending an initial £35 million for Sadio Mane, signing from Liverpool, and Romelu Lukaku has left for Inter Milan on loan. So you could say there is an issue that Cristiano Ronaldo sees the situation at Manchester United and he thinks that, you know what, maybe it's better for me to see if there's any other option in Europe, like such as Chelsea or Bayern Munich. And if he tends to find that one, then he would tend to think that, you know what, maybe I have an opportunity to play in Bayern Munich and maybe I have a chance to win another league in another country, and I might have a better chance to have a go at the Champions League. At least I'll get to play in the Champions League. That is where I should be playing. Imagine that Messi gets to play in the Champions League this season and Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't get that opportunity to play in the Champions League. What does it tell? I think he's not happy, and I think he was willing to give the chance to United because this is a World Cup year as well. But I think because of the lack of transfer activity at United has made him concerned, because he thinks that, you know what, this is not the United where he used to be playing. Like in the Ferguson days, they used to, you could say, like upgrade the squad. They used to go out for the players, and this time around he don't see any evidence that it's happening, because last season they didn't even qualify for the Champions League, let alone winning the title. And a team in that position and as big as Manchester United are, they should have done the transfer moves already. They should have gotten like 3 to 4 players already. The mentioning of Joan Mata, Nemanja Matic, Paul Pogba, Jesse Lingard leaving the club, Edison Cavani, it shows that you should have got like 2 to 3 players, and so far you haven't been able to get one player as well. So that is what's concerning Cristiano Ronaldo, and being him a top athlete, a top professional athlete, it's a concerning thing that, you know what, if nothing happens and the case stays the same, I'm just wasting another year in this team over here, which has nowhere to go. So he might think, you know what, it's best for me to move to Bayern Munich or to move to the likes of Chelsea. And I think the Chelsea will be a little bit harder, because I know that he played for United and he wouldn't play for any other English club. But imagine if Chelsea offer him a 2-year deal, and he would see that as an opportunity. Maybe Thomas Tuchel would rate him or he wouldn't, and it's a case of you don't know where does it swing. Maybe he would speak to Thomas Tuchel and see what does he has to say, and maybe he sees the situation at Bayern Munich that Lewandowski leaves for Barcelona and there's an opening, and then he can play as an out-and-out striker. I think, you know, it works in favor of Cristiano Ronaldo, because it's not that he's not needed. He can still play at the top level for 1 or 2 more good years. Now the key over here is that Manchester United, how do they see it as this? They have got a year contract. I'm sure they're going to say to Cristiano Ronaldo, you know what, we got a year contract with you. You're going to stay here. You're going to play for us. You're not going to move anywhere. We're not going to sell you. We're not going to ask any club to pay for you. We think that you're going to be playing over here, because due to the fact that United have got nobody as a target for the transfer in terms of the striker, because they wanted Darwin Núñez, but they didn't go into the bidding war with Liverpool, and they thought that Cristiano Ronaldo would stay here, and there's no point in going for Darwin Núñez, spending 80 million on an unproven striker, and then he'll be sitting on the bench. It's better to go for other positions and then keep Cristiano Ronaldo for 1 more year, and then see where do we go from here. Maybe next year we go and hunt for a new striker. But right now the situation is that Cristiano Ronaldo is not happy, so that means that Cristiano Ronaldo would be wanting for a move, because this is what today is 26th of June. We got July and August. There's still 1.5 months remaining before the new season starts, and he would be looking at this and thinking, you know what, if United are not serious, they don't get anyone, and I think it's best for me to move. And he wouldn't be having any hesitation to do that, and I'm sure that it's going to be a question of will between the player and the club. But let's see how that one goes and how does it happen. So right now, this is the concerning story with Cristiano Ronaldo. Now we'll be moving to Mohamed Salah because this was reported in Sun, and it was reported that maybe Liverpool and Mohamed Salah wouldn't agree on a deal. It might be due to the fact that Mohamed Salah is asking for 400,000 per week. I think that's understandable because he has reached to the level where he could demand that kind of money. But Liverpool do not want to break that kind of, you could say, harmony in the squad. Imagining you pay a player 400 grand a week, and the other players are on 200 grand, on 100 grand, and they would look at that. It would create some sort of not a good atmosphere in the dressing room. That is why Liverpool are not keen on paying him that much money. They think that it will cause unrest amongst the players, amongst the squad. It will create an unbalance. So what's the best thing to do? Is it to sell him or to keep him for the years of the contract that we have over here and then let him leave on free? I think Liverpool wouldn't be wanting to do that. They would be looking at it and thinking, you know what, if we can get good amount of return out of Mohamed Salah, maybe we should sell him. And which club would want to go out for him right now, currently in the market? I think that it depends on Mohamed Salah, because PSG straight away would come into your head that they would be wanting to get Mohamed Salah. I don't think so. He would want to go and play for City because of the Liverpool and City thing, that they're both fighting for the title, and Salah wouldn't want to get the worst of Liverpool fans. I think he would want to leave on a good note. He's a legend over there in the club, and he wouldn't want to ruin that. So that's why he would move to European football. In terms of continental football, he can go to Spain, he can go to France, he can go to Germany. I think the most likeliest option would be, I think, Bayern Munich. If they wouldn't have those many wingers, then they would have been in for Salah. I think they've got Mane, because Mane can play up front, he can play on the wing. So I think Bayern Munich will not go for him. Whereas the Italian football, they are also trying to reduce their bills. They're trying to reduce their wage. I don't think so. Nobody will be offering in the Serie A football 400 grand a week. I think the only notable place where he can go is Real Madrid. Barcelona, they have their financial problems. They have financial crisis. Now, how does Mohamed Salah looks at this? If he goes to Real Madrid, he would certainly play on the right wing. Rodrigo, he could play, you could say, a second rank, and Valverde could jump into the midfield, whereas Mohamed Salah will be clear favourite to play on the right alongside Karim Benzema. Now, can Real Madrid offer him 400 grand a week? That's yet to be seen. Maybe he demands that, and imagine he signs for less money for that. Then Liverpool fans would say, you know what, you could have agreed a fee with us. You could have agreed a less wage or a less salary if you wanted to play for Real Madrid on that wage. So I think it's a mix of both. We'll just have to see, and we'll have to wait. What do Salah decide? What do Liverpool decide? And if Liverpool decide that they want to sell him, then they will sell him for sure. I think most likely option would be for him to go and play in Spain for Real Madrid. Other than that, I don't see any club going for him, neither in Serie A, neither in Bundesliga. In Premier League is going to be pretty hard. Even if Chelsea wanted to try to get Mohamed Salah, I think it's going to be a little bit tough for them, because Liverpool will ask for a top dollar, will ask for top money, and most likely that will be the case. I think most likely a chance for him will be to moving towards Real Madrid. But let's see if Real Madrid are really interested in him, and from there we will see onwards. Now, the other story which I wanted to cover, I'm going to come to Tottenham. Right now I wanted to talk about Arsenal, because Arsenal are doing some really, really amazing things in the transfer market. I've never seen Arsenal in this manner, the way they are building for the next season. Now, the question key over here is that Mikel Arteta, I'm sure that last season he was for sure trying to get that top 4 position, but for some reason Antonio Conte got back into it with Tottenham Hotspur. They came back into the race, and they did get the, you could say, an advantage, because Mikel Arteta still has to make that another, you could say, in a manner, he needs to make an upgrade into the squad, because if you look at the squad, they're quite too young. They haven't got the experience. They have got this level of players who would be pretty good in 3 to 4 more years. They will have the experience with them, But then you never know with the injuries. And I know there is a certain pressure on Mikel Arteta to produce right now, at least to qualify for Champions League, let alone winning a trophy or so. I think what Mikel Arteta right now, what he has done is he has spoken to the board, and this is what he has said to them, that listen, that if you want to capitalize on the good quality in terms of transfer market, this is the right time right now. Because if you think that you're lacking like 3 to 4 players, then you need to increase your squad depth. Once you increase the squad depth, then you can easily play in all of the competitions. You have the good replacements, you have all the players who are fit enough, who could give you those kind of same quality level. And that's what Mikel Arteta would have told the board, and that's what the board have thought, you know what, maybe he's right, and we need to back him up, and we need to back him up with some serious quality buying. That's what they've done. They have gone in, they do know that they've lost Aubameyang, Lacazette, who are the 2 quality world class strikers for them, and they just have Nketiah, who have signed the extension, and they will be thinking, you know what, maybe we need to find one more player, and that player is Gabriel Jesus, and they will be signing that player from Manchester City, which will help them in terms of attacking wise. Imagine if Gabriel Jesus is injured, then you got Nketiah. If Nketiah is injured, then you got Gabriel Jesus. So that's what they're looking at, and that's what they want, to have at least 2 strikers. Moving on, the most impressive thing that I've seen from Arsenal is the transfer for Rafinha. I didn't expect Arsenal to be moving in for Rafinha. I thought that, you know what, it's just a transfer rumor. It may be the paper talk. It might be just make up stories. Maybe it doesn't work out like that, because I've never seen Arsenal who are willing to spend more than 50 million on a striker, and they would want to go and spend almost another 50 on a winger, taking up their total purchase up to 100 million. And then they're saying that they will be wanting to spend on Tielemans, which will again cost 40 million. And you know, such high quality purchases, I've never seen that with Arsenal. I've seen them doing high quality purchases like once or maybe twice, not more than that. But going for 3 or 4 quality signings, it's really unbelievable what Arsenal are trying to do. So if Arsenal manage to sign all these targets, Rafinha, Gabriel Jesus, Tielemans, I think it's going to improve Arsenal a lot, because then you'll have so much quality, so many choices. Imagine having the likes of Nketiah, Gabriel Jesus, Rafinha, Saka, Martinelli, Smith Rowe, Tielemans, Partey, Odegaard. You know, you're truly adding to your depth. And even if your 5 of the players are starting in the first 11, then you got 3 good quality players sitting on the bench. You get an injury, there's an issue with the match selection, you got the equal replacements in terms of quality. And I think this season around, I'm into the making of that episode. I'll be releasing that one out soon. I'm working on that right now at this moment, in which will be tried to grade all the clubs, what kind of transfer rumors they'll be linked to, what kind of players they're targeting, and if they manage to get that, then who will have the best transfer window in this summer. And right now, I think Arsenal are in the top 2, and if they manage to get Tielemans, if they manage to get Rafinha, then for me they'll be the top 1. That's what I think, if they manage to do that. But still, I will hold for them. I think they're in the top 3 for sure. For me right now, they're in the top 2. So we're just going to wait out and see what happens with the targets. But I'm going to be releasing this episode soon, so you guys will find out that what are Arsenal trying to do in terms of transfer market. But so far, I've been really impressed what they're trying to do in terms of targeting the players they want. And if they do sell some of the players and they manage to make money out of it, then that's going to be pretty good as well. Now, this is what we have for Arsenal. I would be wanting to speak about right now with Manchester United. Now, Manchester United, you know, is quite a story, because I'm going to do Chelsea next, and I want to come about the other targets other than Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, with Manchester United, you know, Manchester United, they've been linked to Frenkie de Jong, they've been linked to Eriksen. So far, nothing has been happening. It's just due to the fact that Barcelona and Manchester United are still discussing about the valuation. Most probably, it will get agreed, because last night got broke. The news got broke from Spain apparently, as well as from UK, that most probably Frankie De Jong fee will be agreed between 80 million euros with variables, and Manchester United might agree on what Barcelona are demanding. Now, the key over here is, let's say if Manchester United sign Frankie De Jong, will Eriksen sign as well? Let's say if Eriksen says that he doesn't want to sign, he wants to stay in London, then that means Manchester United have managed to get just one player and one player only. What does it mean in terms of other transfer targets? Do Manchester United have enough money to get other targets? So far, the evidence what we have seen is that United, they don't have got the enough money, because if they would have got enough money, they would have gotten other targets, and Frankie De Jong would have been still going on, and they would have gotten Frankie De Jong. Now, very interestingly, yesterday when this news broke that United and Barcelona are close to agreeing the valuation of the player, there was another report which came in which said that apparently Barcelona will agree with Manchester United on the fee, which is 80 million euros, but United would want to pay that 80 million euros in installments. So what does that mean is that United will say to Barcelona that we will pay you in installments, we'll pay you, let's say, 30 million pound, and the rest of the fee will pay you the next season and the season after. So we might pay you 80 million in 3 to 4 seasons, and we are willing to pay what you want right now for Frankie De Jong. So let's say if Manchester United do pay in installments for Frankie De Jong, then how much total budget do United have? Now, I did this episode for another channel of Manchester United Verse. If you guys haven't checked that out, let me post down a link for you so that you guys can go and check that out. I'm gonna put it on chat right now so that you guys have an idea. Let me put it over here right now. Now, I did that episode, and in that episode I did tell about what Manchester United could do, but so far I think most of the fans, they think that United don't have the money, but I think United do have the money. It's just a case of how much you're willing to spend on players. I'm just gonna post out this link over here, and you guys can.
Anthony Rafinha on the ways.
Sorry guys, over there I just muted over there, and so this is the link for the other channel of mine. You guys can check this one out, and I did this video on this, and this is the link over here. You guys can go and check out. I'll give you a summary what did I do in that episode, so you guys can have an idea. You can check that episode out as well. Now, the key over here is that Manchester United, I'm just going to summarize it for you. Manchester United, they have got 120 million which they've announced that they will be willing to spend in the transfer market. That is coming from the club, but they do have the other money which they make out of sales. Now, if they sell some of the players which I've given in that episode, United can raise about 260 million, and with that 260 million they could get like 6 to 7 players, like at least 6 players they can get, and I've targeted some of the players in that episode. You can check that episode out. You can click on the link, it will open that episode up. You will see the outgoings that we have done, you will see the incomings which we have selected. Now, United can manage to get at least 3 to 4 world-class players in this transfer window if they're willing to do that. I think the key over here is that Erik ten Hag wants at all costs Frankie De Jong. Once he gets that, once he's able to get that, then I think United will move on other transfer moves. Now, how much money do United have? In my thinking, I think United have more than 150 million. I think they have more than 180 million. I think they have 200 million. Now, if they get Frankie De Jong, they will go out, and I'm sure that they will talk to Eriksen. They will try to get that signing as well, and then they will try to get maybe that left back from Feyenoord. And once they get that left back, then it all depends on what amount of money is left, and how many sales do they make. Once they start to make those sales, then we'll see one more addition, perhaps Anthony of Ajax. Once they get Anthony, then it all depends on how much cash can they raise. Once they got those 4 players, then I think maybe United might go later into the market and try to get 1 or 2 more players. That's what I think is going to happen. But so far, I think United want to get this Frenkie de Jong deal. Once they've done this, once they got their premium signing in Frenkie de Jong, the statement signing, I think fans are going to be calmer. They're going to be thinking, you know what, we got Frenkie de Jong, now let's move on to the other target. And I think that's where they will get Eriksen, that's where they will get another transfer, and then the ball will start rolling. I think the key over here was yesterday night when they did report that United are willing to pay Frenkie de Jong 80 million euros to Barcelona, but they want to pay that in installments. When a statement comes out like that, it means that United are not going to pay 80 million up front. They're going to pay in installments. They're going to pay the rest of the fee next season and the season after, maybe distributing the fee over the 3-year period and then getting Frenkie de Jong, because spending 80 million euros without Champions League football doesn't make sense, because you've already got 6 players who have left your club. There might be 4 or 5 players who leave your club as well. You cannot start this season with at least 3 signings. You need to have 6 to 7 signings plus players from the academy, and that is when you can start the new season. That's what I think United are going to do. So that is what I have to say about United. You can check out this episode over there. The link is right there in the chat box. You guys can see that one. And now we'll be moving over to Chelsea. I did discuss about Cristiano Ronaldo, but we're going to talk about Chelsea right now. Now with Chelsea, the key over here is that Thomas Tuchel, he has got many problems. I'm going to start from defense. We're going to move to midfield, and then we're going to go towards the forward lineup. Now with Chelsea, they've got Azpilicueta, they've got Reece James. Now Azpilicueta wants to leave for Barcelona. Imagine if he leaves for Barcelona, then that means only Reece James is the only right back for Chelsea alongside with Chalobah. Now if you have Reece James and Chalobah, and Reece James wants more money in his contract, if Chelsea aren't able to give him that, then he would be looking for a move. I think he will sign an extension, and I'm sure that he would want to stay more at Chelsea. And if he's able to do that, then you will have Reece James and Chalobah. Now we'll move to the centre back area. Rudiger has left. Christensen has left. Thiago Silva is the only centre back that you have right now. Whereas in the left back position you have Chilwell, and Alonso wants to leave the club as well. So that means Chelsea need currently right now 2 centre backs. They need minimum 1 left back. That means 3 players. Now we'll move up to midfield right now. Kovacic, perhaps he stays at Chelsea. Jorginho is out of favor from Thomas Tuchel. So imagine if Chelsea sell Jorginho. There is still talks happening with Kante. Imagine if Kante leaves Chelsea as well. That's 2 positions. And then you got Mason Mount, you got Gallagher who's coming back from Crystal Palace. Whereas in terms of other names, I don't see any standout name which you could say that they're going to be must starting for Chelsea. Robin Loftus-Cheek, Billy Gilmore, I'm not sure about them right now. But I think Chelsea would need at least 2 more players in midfield. Now that's 3 defenders, 2 midfielders, that becomes 5 players. Now going up front, they are willing to sell Pulisic, they are willing to sell Timo Werner, they are willing to sell Ziyech. So that's 3 of them that they want to sell. Lukaku is already gone. That means that's only Kai Havertz is the remaining one, alongside Callum Hudson-Odoi. And other than that, there's no prominent name. So that means Chelsea would want at least 2 to 3 more attackers in the team if they would want to sell these many amount of players in the forward lineup. So we are talking about 3 defenders, 2 midfielders and 3 attackers. That's about 8 players. I think Chelsea are going to have the biggest transfer window this summer. Now the names which they've been linked to are quite surprising as well. I was quite surprised to find out yesterday that De Ligt from Juventus is a target for Chelsea. So Chelsea would want to move on that. They also had their eye on Jules Koundé, but Koundé seems to be moving closer towards Barcelona. And if he moves to Barcelona, that's going to be a very big move. Now, they left Jules Koundé, and there's another player called Gvardiol who plays for Leipzig. Now, Chelsea are looking for centre backs. They do know that Thiago Silva will retire soon, maybe next season, and that is the reason why they are looking for more defenders. So imagine if they sell like Rudiger or Christensen, then they would have got some money on it. But because they haven't got that much amount of money, they are losing them on free. That means that Chelsea will have to dig deep into their pockets, and that means they might have to raise some cash. Now, who is that asset from which they can raise some cash? For me, I think that is the reason why they were willing to sell Timo Werner. They're willing to sell Pulisic. They're willing to sell Ziyech. So at least they could raise maybe 100 or 100 plus million, and then they can spend that amount of money on defense. Based on midfield, I think even if they stay with Jorginho and Kante for one more season, and then have a look at this area maybe next season in midfield, they would be okay with that. I think Thomas Tuchel will be okay with that. But for the striking option, I think Thomas Tuchel needs something up front, because I think what he has found out in this season was, in the last season, that he hasn't got that many options up front. If Lukaku goes missing, then he hasn't got anybody to turn on to. That is why he is trying for a different kind of style. He's trying to target Raheem Sterling from Manchester City. He's trying to target Usman Dembele from Barcelona. He is trying his best to get another striker. I might be surprised because I want to talk about Richarlison, but Richarlison is more closer to Tottenham than Chelsea. But if Chelsea do get that money, I'm sure that they will go out for Richarlison, and they will change their front three into Usman Dembele, Richarlison, as well as Sterling. But the problem here, what lies here, is this, that Usman Dembele wants to stay at Barcelona. He isn't sure to moving to Chelsea. He was caught in Paris, I think, where there were some fans who made a video on him. They asked him, he was in the car, and they asked him, where will you be playing next? And this is what he has to say. He said that he'll be staying at Barcelona. Now, what does that mean? Is he willing to spend at Barcelona? Has he spoken to Xavi? And he thinks that staying at Barcelona is much better than moving to Chelsea. And we still have to see that one. So I think Chelsea will try to sell some players, raise some cash, and then they will go big in the transfer window. And I might not be surprised if I see the likes of Ruben Neves playing for Chelsea. I might not be surprised if I see the likes of Raheem Sterling playing for Chelsea. I might not be surprised if Richarlison is playing for Chelsea. I might not be surprised if I see someone as Gvardiol who will be playing for Chelsea as a centre back. And we just have to wait out and see how do Chelsea do in the transfer market. But I think this transfer window, Chelsea are going to go big. They're going to go big on players. They're going to spend big. And hopefully we will see Chelsea strengthening the squad. Whereas now I will be moving to other club, which is Tottenham. I think Tottenham are really improving in much more gradual manner, because they are trying to get the squad quality a little bit better. Because I think Antonio Conte's first target was to get Tottenham into Champions League, and once he's done that, now the board sees it that Antonio Conte has got those credentials. He needs to be backed up. He needs to be getting those players which he wants, which he thinks will improve the squad. And the Tottenham board will be willing to back Antonio Conte because they will have the finances from the Champions League as well. I think Antonio Conte getting Bissouma was a very good deal. I do know that he got Perisic. I think he will get Spence as well. Now the key over here for him is to get Richarlison. But I think if Chelsea would go big on Richarlison, then Tottenham will miss out. And Tottenham do not have this many replacements, those many different targets. Maybe they might go into the Europe. Perhaps I think there was this rumor going on that Antonio Conte might get Belotti, who has left Torino on a free. So I can see that happening as well, because Harry Kane, if he gets injured, then who does cover him? And I don't think so Belotti would be a bad addition to Tottenham squad, whereas Belotti has got much interest from other clubs, from Aston Villa, from Everton, as well as West Ham United as well. So let's see how do Tottenham go on about that. Whereas Tottenham are also going to be looking at the centre back position. They have got Cristiano Romero, they have got Eric Dier, they have got Sanchez, but I think that Antonio Conte would be looking for to add another centre back, and I think if any other season they would have gone for Skriniar, but I'm sure that Skriniar will be joining PSG, and let's see how does that one goes. So this is what's happening right now for Tottenham, and we will be talking about West Ham United right now. West Ham United, just heard that Jesse Lingard is again speaking to West Ham. West Ham United would want to get Jesse Lingard. Now, Jesse Lingard played for West Ham United and he really enjoyed his time over there. He really produced good over there. He is one good attacking midfielder. He quite suitably makes himself as more of a second striker. He is very good in getting those goals, getting in those positions, and attempts to make more threats to the opposition team. And I think David Moyes needs that, because last season I think he wasn't getting that much, because Antonio, if he doesn't get that kind of service behind him, then that is where West Ham United are not good. They need to have that kind of threat, and Jesse Lingard would offer them right that. But the problem over here is Jesse Lingard's wages. He's asking too much of a salary, because the club, whoever signs him, is not going to pay any transfer fee, and that is what Jesse Lingard says. He thinks that he should be getting more wages because he'll be signing on free anyway. So we will see what West Ham do right now. They're willing to sell Benrahma, because Benrahma hasn't come good. David Moyes isn't happy with him. Maybe there's another club who would target him, and that is where maybe if they're able to sell the likes of Benrahma, and they will have more cash, and then they can go out and get the likes of Jesse Lingard, maybe offer him more wages, and then Jesse Lingard will be playing for West Ham United. Now I'll be moving to Leicester City as well. Now Leicester City right now, we haven't heard any news, we haven't heard any transfer news, maybe due to the fact that I think Brendan Rodgers would be wanting to sell some of his players. I'm sure that he knows that Tielemans is not going to be staying for the next season. He'll be sold to Arsenal. Once that is done, then he will look at the squad. He will have a look at the squad. He will see what does he need. Because I think there will be some players in the mid-table section who will be shopping out for most of the midfielders. I'm going to list them right now. You've got the likes of Ruben Neves. You've got the likes of James Prowse, who plays for Southampton. Then you've got the likes of, I think Declan Rice is the target for Chelsea, but let's see if Chelsea are able to raise some cash. Imagine if Chelsea come in big for Declan Rice, like more than 100 million. What is going to mean for West Ham United? Maybe they'll go for those kind of targets, Ruben Neves, or maybe James Prowse, or maybe more. But we're going to wait out and see what do Chelsea do. But it was rumored that they're looking at Declan Rice, and West Ham United are not going to see less than 100 million. So let's see what happens with that one. But in terms of other names, which I think that they will be in the market, I think that the likes of Everton will be looking at some of the players as well. The likes of Newcastle United will be looking at players as well. But most probably Newcastle United will try to sign outside Premier League, because if they go inside Premier League, then the clubs are going to ask for a lot of money. Perhaps that is the reason that they are not going to buy from Premier League, because for some no reason the other clubs will ask and demand a lot of money from Newcastle United, and Newcastle United wouldn't want to go into that position. So I think there are going to be lots of midfielders who are going to be targeted by these mid teams. I think Aston Villa looked at Kamara from Marseille, who has left them on a free and joined Aston Villa. I think that is what the clubs will try to do, because Aston Villa will be selling players as well. Douglas Luiz, John McGinn. So I think there are going to be lots of midfielders who will be swapping their sides. I think John McGinn will leave. I think Douglas Luiz will leave Aston Villa. Ruben Neves will leave. James Prowse will leave. Declan Rice will leave. The likes of, I do think that there's going to be something happening in Newcastle United as well. I think they're going to be at least 4 to 5 more outgoings. And in that, the key would be to sell some of the midfielders and to get good quality midfielders and add them. So this transfer market around, I'm seeing lots of midfielders moving and changing their clubs. And I think this is going to happen late, maybe in the month of July and August. Not right now, because the players are away on the holiday. And most probably clubs will be looking on it and will be working with their efforts that what do they think about the clubs, what do they need, like what is the other club wanting. Maybe that club is targeting some other player, they're willing to spend that much, so they'll be asking us of this much money if we want their player. So this works in like this kind of scenarios, and this time around we will have to wait and see, because most of the clubs, they don't want to overspend, they want to be careful in terms of spending. So we'll see what happens in the mid-table clubs. Now I'll be coming towards the clubs who have been promoted: Fulham, Nottingham Forest, and I think these clubs are gonna be very calm and patient. They are not gonna go transfer crazy blitz into the market. They're gonna see what quality do they have, and I think they will follow most likely the model of Brentford, because Brentford straight away didn't go into the Premier League buying players of Premier League ilk. They waited because they had this kind of strategy, and that is a long sustained strategy, because if you tend to play on your strengths, then you can outclass in the Premier League. And I think this is going to be the approach for these teams who have been promoted to Premier League, and they've seen the Brentford formula and they would want to follow that, and they want to do that so that they can have success. Now, whereas in terms of the clubs who are in financial crisis, such as Everton, and I think that case scenario is going to be very much about patience, because Everton fans would want to get new players, they would want to change the squad, they would want to get rid of these players who are not playing good, and in order to do that, they will need to sell some of their assets, such as Calvert-Lewin, such as Richarlison, maybe 1 or 2 more players, and it's going to hurt them, but it's going to hurt them in good way, because then they're going to go back onto the drawing board, get rid of those high earners, and go and hunt for good players who could improve them in terms of playing wise. I'm sure that Frank Lampard will be working on this and we'll definitely see any improvement on them. Now I would want to talk about other clubs such as Syria. It has been come into the notice that AC Milan are looking to make some kind of purchases. They got Origi. They're still working on Renato Sanchez. They lost Sven Botman to Newcastle United. AC Milan are looking for some kind of transfer moves, but so far they have been quiet. It's due to the fact that nobody has come in for their players. They were looking to sell some of their own players as well to raise some cash, and then they're doing their own buying. I think most probably we'll see some clubs making many free agent moves, and it's due to the fact that they won't want to spend big on transfer, because this time around there's still a very high inflated market, and most of the clubs, they would want to get as much as money they can for their own players. So that is why we are not seeing any movement happening from AC Milan, whereas Inter Milan are quite busy in changing their squad. Remember, they lost to AC Milan and they were coming very close to win the title as well. Now them getting Lukaku has improved a lot in terms of attacking wise. So Inter Milan are looking at other areas where they think that they could try to raise some more cash by selling the likes of Skriniar and then perhaps going to the market. That is where a very interesting name comes up, which is Koulibaly. Now Koulibaly was linked with the move. It was said that Chelsea were going to get him. I think I would be keeping an eye on Koulibaly moving to one of the Milan sides, maybe Inter Milan, maybe AC Milan, because Koulibaly, his time I think has come to an end to Napoli. Napoli would want to get a little bit of money as they can, and if they're able to do so, they wouldn't mind wherever he plays, whether he plays in Milan, whether he plays at Inter Milan. So I think Koulibaly will be looking for a move, and I'm pretty much sure that he will get his move. Whereas for Juventus, I think Juventus are just happy to get Paul Pogba because they need to get rid of their high wage earners such as Rabiot, and I think Rabiot will leave the club as well. They're looking the likes of Ramsey leaving the club. They are looking for other players to leave the club so that they could reduce the wage bill and then get one or two more quality players and then work upon that. They do know that they need to get back on top. AC Milan and Inter Milan are getting better day by day. So that is what Juventus will be looking at. So far, the evidence what we have seen is that they're just happy to get Paul Pogba. Maybe they'll be selling some of the players and then they'll be reducing that wage bill, and then they will go back into the market looking for young blood, and that's where we'll see any action happening. Now, concerning the likes of PSG are looking for Skriniar. They are also interested to sign another midfielder. Now, who that midfielder is going to be, so far it hasn't been reported in the media, in the social media, not anywhere. But I think that likely case would be that PSG will sign a midfielder. I think they would be wanting to sell either Ander Herrera or Guai. If they sell one of those two, then most probably they will get a midfielder. Now, who that might be, that's another point, that's another case. Whereas I think PSG will try to see something in the Premier League or maybe in the French market, and we'll wait out and see who do they go and get. Now, as the likes of Manchester United, you know, when they are looking for some players, they're struggling in the money wise. Whereas PSG, they aren't struggling because the amount of money they've offered to Mbappe, it seems they have worked out their way. But I think that PSG, I wouldn't be surprised that if PSG go out and buy one of the players from the top 6 sides. Now, who that might be is another case, because I think maybe if Chelsea would be willing to sell the likes of Jorginho or N'Golo Kante, I think Chelsea will be asking PSG that if you're interested in them, then you can pay around 30 million or maybe 35 million and you can get one of those players. And I think that PSG would be very happy to get the likes of Kante or maybe Jorginho. So I would be keeping an eye on that. Whereas Manchester United, they were linked to N'Golo Kante, but I think that Chelsea are going to ask more money from Manchester United. That is where I think that N'Golo Kante might be closer to PSG rather than Manchester United. So that's what we have right now for the European clubs. Hopefully, guys, you would have loved today's information and the episode. If you guys do have any questions, you can let me know in the chat box right now, and you can let me know what you want to ask about, any question about any other team or any other transfer. You can let me know in the chat section, and I'll be willing to answer you guys if you would want to know what's happening so far. You can let me know in the chat section over here. So what do you guys think? I'm just going to create some poll in which you can answer me some of the questions. Which team will have the best transfer window? Manchester City, Arsenal, Chelsea, and I'm going to add Tottenham. So guys, this is what I've asked this question in the poll over here. If you guys can give in your vote, we are trying to find out what you guys think. Who do you think will have the best transfer window? City, Arsenal, Tottenham. or Chelsea. You guys can let me know what you guys think. I'm just gonna put out this poll right now. I'm gonna give you 2 more minutes in which you can answer me these questions, and we're gonna work upon that. So guys, you can give in your votes. We are trying to find out what you guys think. So right now you guys have been giving in votes: Arsenal, Chelsea and Tottenham. So far Arsenal is winning right now. Please do keep on giving your votes. So guys, I'm gonna be closing down this poll in a sec. So if you wanna give in your votes, please let me know which team will have the best transfer window. You guys need to give in your votes. So far it seems that it's Arsenal who are looking right now at the forefront, who you guys think are gonna have the best transfer window between Chelsea and Tottenham. And what I'm going to do is I will be changing this poll in few more minutes, and we're going to see what you guys have to say about the other question which I'm going to put right now. So guys, I'm going to be closing down this poll, and I'm going to see what you guys have to say about this. So guys, you can give in your vote right now, and I'll be closing this poll at this minute. So I'm going to close this poll right now. I'm going to start a new poll. Which Arsenal transfer you are looking forward to? Gabriel Jesus, Rafinha, and TLD. There you go, guys. Another question coming up right now, and there's another poll right now. You guys can put in your answers. Please do let me know about the answers right now. Is it going to be Rafinha, or is it going to be so guys, you can give me your answer right now. Who do you think is going to be the most exciting signing you think that Arsenal you're looking forward to? Is it Gabriel Jesus, Fabio Vieira? Is it going to be Tielemans? Is it going to be Rafinha? You guys can let me know by giving in your votes. So far, it seems that Rafinha is the one that you're excited with. And if you guys can give in your votes right now, then what we'll be trying to do over here is we'll be asking you for Chelsea and then Tottenham, and then we'll be moving towards City, Liverpool, Manchester United. Right now, you guys, you can give in your votes. I'm going to give another 2 more minutes to this poll right now. That's what we're trying to find out, what you guys think, that out of Gabriel Jesus, Fabio Vieira, Rafinha and Tielemans, which transfer are you looking forward for Arsenal that you would want to see that Arsenal do get a player? Out of these 4, Gabriel Jesus, Fabio Vieira, Tielemans, which transfer are you really excited about? That's what we're trying to find out right now. Please guys, if you can subscribe to the channel, we are trying to improve the platform over here. Please do subscribe. So right now, if you guys can give in your votes, we are trying to find this one out. So far 6 votes have been given, and mostly are in favor of Rafinha. So I'll be closing this poll in another minute. So I'll be asking you about Chelsea, which is the next one, and then after that is going to be Tottenham. So you guys can give me your suggestion. Who do you are looking forward for Arsenal? Which signing are you looking forward to? Is it going to be Gabriel Jesus, Vieira, Rafinha or Tielemans? And so let's see what's happening right now. I'll be giving few more seconds. So gonna be ending this poll right now, and we're gonna end it right now. So it's Rafinha. Who you guys think? It's gonna be the exciting one. I'm gonna do the Chelsea one right now. So which Chelsea transfer you are looking forward to? Sterling, Dembele, De Ligt, so there you go, guys. Now we have right now for Chelsea, and we've done the Arsenal one. It was Rafinha. We're going to be finding out which Chelsea transfer you're looking forward to. Sterling, Dembele, De Ligt or Konde. You guys need to give in your votes. We are trying to find out this one right now. What do you guys think? So right now, I'm waiting for you guys' votes. If you guys can give in your votes right now, out of Sterling, Dembele, De Ligt, or Konde, who would you want? Who would you want? Who are you excited in terms of Chelsea if they sign one of these players? Please, guys, do let us know. Next is going to be Tottenham in few more minutes. I'm just waiting for this one right now, and then I'll be closing down this poll. So let's see what you guys vote for at this moment. So far, Sterling has got this one right now. We're gonna see between Dembele and De Ligt and Konde. Who do you guys go for? We're just gonna wait out and see right now. Guys, if you can please subscribe to the channel, press that like button as well. Right now it's De Ligt and Sterling. And nobody is going for Dembele, which is quite surprising. And let's see how it goes. So it's Sterling and De Ligt. It's coming halfway between right now, and we still have 1 more minute to go for this poll. We're gonna wait and see what happens over here. Gonna see who you're gonna vote for, and gonna find out soon. We're gonna find out soon right now. So far it's Sterling who's winning out right now from De Ligt. Let's see what happens. So 7 votes are in, and Sterling who's winning out from De Ligt. And I'll be closing this poll, and then we'll be moving to Tottenham. So let's see what you guys vote for. And right now we're going to be closing down this Chelsea poll. Which Chelsea transfer you're looking forward to? Sterling, Dembele, De Ligt. That's what we are trying to find out right now. So far you guys have voted for Sterling. That you seem to think that is going to be an exciting signing for Chelsea, whereas De Ligt is coming in number 2. It's quite surprising as well. So let me close down this poll, and we'll be coming towards Tottenham. And I'll be closing down this poll. Now it's going to be a new poll right now. Which transfer you are looking forward to? Right, Bissouma. And we're gonna go for Spence. We're gonna go for Richarlison. And we're gonna go for Perisic. So let's see what you guys have to say about this. And right now, thank you very much, Ahmed Hassan. Thank you very much for tuning in. So right now, you guys need to give in your votes. Who do you think is gonna be a quality signing for Tottenham? And who do you think is gonna be the one which you're looking for? Bissouma, Spence, Richarlison, or Perisic? What do you guys think? So far, it's 50-50 between Bissouma and Richarlison has taken the edge, and it's Richarlison who has come on top of Bissouma. So let's see what happens. I'll be giving it another 2 more minutes, and then we'll be moving on towards Manchester City. I'm sure that's going to be a clear winner for sure. So right now it's Tottenham at this moment. Which Tottenham transfer you're looking forward to? Bissouma, Richarlison, Spence, Perisic. You guys need to give in your opinion. So far what we're seeing over here right now is between Richarlison and Bissouma. We have done already 3 more polls. It was of Chelsea and Arsenal. Rafinha he did win the Arsenal one, whereas Sterling won the Chelsea one. So right now we are doing the Tottenham one right now, and it's Richarlison who's winning this one right now at this moment. I'll be doing City next, and then I'll be heading towards Manchester United. So you guys need to give in your votes. City is going to be next one. We're just waiting right now what you guys need to give in your votes for, and we'll find out soon what you guys have to say. And another minute or so, I'll be closing down this poll, and then we'll be doing the City one right now. And let's see what you guys have to say. 1 more minute, and I'll be closing down this poll. So Richarlison is winning this one from Bissouma with, I think it's just 1 more vote. If you guys are watching this, please give in your votes. We are trying to find out which Tottenham transfer you're looking forward to. Between these 4 players, Bissouma, Spence, Richarlison, Perisic. That's what we're trying to find out between these 4 players. Who are you looking forward? Which Tottenham signing do you think is going to be the good one? That's what we are trying to find out right now at this moment. Between Bissouma, Spence, Richarlison and Perisic. Richarlison is winning this one. We got another vote right now. Let's see what happens. At this moment. And I'll be closing down this poll, and we'll be heading towards City. So this poll is going to end right now, and we're going to start a new one, and we will see which transfer you are looking forward to. I'm going to add another option. So there you go, guys. Here comes for the City one. You guys can give in your votes. The new poll here is right now for City. So far, what we've seen is with Tottenham, it was Richarlison. Then for Chelsea, it was Raheem Sterling. For Arsenal, it was Rafinha. And you said that Arsenal is going to have the best transfer window so far. So which one are you guys going to give for this one? Is it going to be Alvarez? Is it going to be Phillips? Is it going to be Haaland or Cucurella? You guys need to give in your votes. So let's see what you guys vote for over here. Phillips and Haaland are winning this one right now. Phillips have taken the lead. Quite interestingly, Haaland has come into the second position. You guys are interested for Phillips, which is quite astonishing right now. And after this one, we're going to be doing the Manchester United one. Yo, hello Dimba. Thank you very much for tuning in. How are you, mate? Hopefully you're fine. Thank you very much for tuning in. We are doing this transfer grand session over here. We are running this poll right now. We did this poll for which club transfer are you looking forward to. I think it's going to be Arsenal, who we think is going to have a good one. And then which Arsenal transfer are you looking forward to. Rafinha won that one. Then which Chelsea transfer are you looking forward. Most of you selected Sterling. Whereas for Tottenham, it is Richarlison. So, yeah, that's very nice, Dimba. Thank you very much. Good. That's good. That's good. So right now, it seems that Phillips is winning this one right now, which is quite surprising. I expected Erling Haaland, maybe because everybody expects him to do good. Maybe that is why you guys are voting for Phillips, because Phillips is going to add another dimension. And right now, I'm going to do the Manchester United one, and then we're going to go into other polls as well. So, wanted to do this grand session. Hopefully, you guys are liking this idea right now. And I'll be trying to do this every Sunday. Most probably every Sunday, I'll be trying to do this at the same time, so that you guys can give in your opinion what you guys think. So, right now, we have got I'm going to wait for another minute. I'm then going to be closing this poll, and then we'll be doing Manchester United one. Let's see what you guys have to vote for. 12 p.m. UK time every Sunday. We're going to have this grand session of transfer. 12 p.m. UK time every Sunday. (12 p.m. UK time every Sunday transfer grand session). Otherwise, we will have the normal transfer updates every day. So right now I'm going to close this poll, and it's Phillips who has won this one, which is quite surprising. I'm going to be starting this new poll right now, and this is going to be for Manchester United, which and Timber, and I'm gonna ask over here is Eriksen. So there you go, guys. This is what we have right now. Please do give in your votes right now, guys. I have a new poll right now for Manchester United. So we've done for City, we have done for Tottenham, we have done for Chelsea, we have done for Arsenal, and I'm gonna see what you guys vote for Manchester United. We're gonna find that one out soon. So let's see how does this one goes. So right now it's looking as it's Anthony who's winning this one with 38%. Frankie de Jong joined with Christian Eriksen. So it's quite surprising. It's a lot of mix. We've got Timber as well. We've got Anthony, Frankie de Jong, Eriksen, and Timber is getting a vote as well. Right after this, what we're going to do is I'm going to be switching to the transfer budget for half of the clubs. So you guys are going to tell me that what transfer budget do you think is going to be enough for your clubs, and that's what I'm going to be trying to find out what you guys have to think about this. So let's see how it goes. You guys keep on giving your votes right now. Frankie de Jong and Anthony are winning right now. So right now it's Frankie de Jong, Anthony, Timber, Eriksen. So let's see out of these four players what you guys vote for. Frankie de Jong and Anthony are right now currently winning this one, whereas Timber and Eriksen are receiving less of the votes. So far it's between Frankie de Jong and Anthony. So you guys need to keep on giving your votes, and we have done so far for Manchester City, we have done for Tottenham, we have done for Arsenal, we have done for the general one. What do you think? What do I think? Between these four, who I'm looking forward to? If you would ask me, I think I would say Anthony, because he excites me, but I do understand the importance of Frankie de Jong. I think if I have to choose, I think Timber, because remember, we're going to get Frankie de Jong for certain. Anthony, let's see what happens. Maybe Ajax are asking for a lot of money, but right now currently what important is, I don't trust Harry Maguire, and we need a good centre back, and for that reason I would say Timber. So out of this one, if we do sign all of these four players, and out of these four, I'm looking forward to Timber, because I hope that he is what people are speaking about him, and if he's really that one, then I think we'll get a quality player in Timber, because in centre back we are really, really bad, and we leak so many goals. We are so bad in conceding goals. So I would say Timber, but let's see how it goes in the transfer market, because Timber has refused to join Manchester United. But if that wasn't the case, then certainly it would have been Timber. But out of Frankie de Jong and Anthony, I would say Anthony, because Anthony really excites a lot, and that's what we're going to do. So right now I'm going to close this poll right now. It's between Frankie de Jong and Anthony. I'm going to give another minute so you guys can give in your vote. Wanted a clear winner, but so far it's between Frankie de Jong and Anthony. So that means it's a split. This has never happened, but so far it's a split. I'm going to give another minute or so, and then I'm going to come to the transfer budget, and that's going to be really exciting. Let's see what happens. I'm going to end this poll right now, and I'm going to end this poll. So it's between Frankie de Jong and Anthony. I want to start up this new poll. Now this poll is going to be really interesting, which I want to do. How much transfer budget should be a normal for your club, for your respective club? So this is for all of you guys. What do you guys think? I'm going to add 4 options over here, and you guys need to tell me what you guys think. Remember guys, keep it realistic. That's what we want to try to find out. And it's a general question that I'm trying to find out right now. What you guys have to think. How much transfer budget do you think your respective clubs should get? So 75 million is enough, 100 million is enough, 150 or maybe 200 million plus. But guys, remember, you need to keep it realistic. You can't go in just flashing it out. I want to see what do you think is going to be the realistic one. And so for 2 votes have come in. One is saying 75 million. 3 votes have come in. 75 million, 100 million, 200 million plus. So you guys need to give in your votes. How much do you think? And then after this poll, I'm going to do the signing of the season, because I'm looking forward to what you guys vote for in signing of the season. That's what it is. I put 75, but Everton will probably get more because of selling Richarlison. I think Everton will spend around 100 to 150 million. That's what I think. Because you'll sell the likes of Richarlison, you'll sell the likes of Calvert-Lewin, and you have some money with you guys as well. I think you will spend about 100 to 150 million. But let's see what happens, because you're going to get rid of some of the wages as well. So we're going to see what Everton will do. So right now, that's what we're looking forward to. What you guys have to say. Please give in your votes. How much transfer budget should be normal for your respective club? Keep it realistic, guys. I want to see what you guys think in terms of realistic terms. And right after this poll, I'm going to do this signing of the season. And we're going to see. I want to do this, each club, which position you're looking forward to sign. I want to do that one as well. But I'll put that one onto the next Sunday transfer session. And right now what I'll be doing is I'll be just asking for transfer of the season. Which do you think is going to be transfer of the season? I'm going to do these 2 polls. And there will be a poll of 4 players and 4 players in the other poll. And then we're going to find out what you guys think. And then I'm going to do the same thing, 2 polls in the next Sunday session as well. So right now 3 votes have been given in so far. 75, 100 million, 200 million plus. And we did some earlier polls in which Frankie de Jong and Anthony were the quiet favourites for Manchester United, which they're looking forward to. For City, it was Phillips, quite surprisingly, then Haaland. Tottenham, it was Richarlison. For Arsenal, it was Rafinha. And you think that Arsenal is going to have the best window. So we'll see how this one right now. And we're just going to wait a little bit more. So guys, I'm going to give another minute. You can give in your poll. What do you think is going to be the transfer budget you guys think is going to be? 75 million, 100 million, 150 million, 200 million plus. You need to give in your votes. How much realistically do you think should your club get? I'm going to give another minute. So another vote comes in for 150 million. We need to see how much you guys are voting for. So 100 million and 200 million plus are getting more votes. So let's see what happens. And I'm going to be closing this poll right now. So it's 100 million, which is getting the average of 38%, whereas other of you guys voted for 75, 150 and 200 million plus. So that means 100 million is going to be a norm. So I'll be closing this poll right now, and I'll be starting a new poll in which I'm going to ask who is going to be the transfer of season. Is it going to be Haaland? Is it gonna be Nunes? Is it gonna be Tchouaméni? Is it gonna be Gabriel Jesus? And there you go, guys. I think I made a spelling mistake for Tchouaméni. Okay. I made a spelling mistake with Tchouaméni. O-U-A. So got it right now. And you guys need to give in your votes. What do you guys think is gonna be? Who's going to be the transfer of the season? Haaland, Nunes, Tchouaméni, Gabriel Jesus. You guys can give in your votes. Anybody you want. You can let us know what you guys think. Do you think it's going to be Haaland? Is it going to be Tchouaméni? Is it going to be Gabriel Jesus? I want to see what you guys can say over here. So let's see what you guys vote for over here right now. So 7 votes are being in, and it's between Tchouaméni and Haaland. I'm gonna do another one. After this one, I've got another pool of 4 more players, and I want to see what you guys have to say about that one. And so far, it's between Haaland and Tchouaméni right now, and you guys need to give in your votes. So I'm gonna give another minute for this one, and I'm gonna do another poll. So that's what we're trying to find out right now. What do you guys think? In general terms, that you guys think is gonna be Tchouaméni and Haaland. Nobody has selected Gabriel Jesus and Nunes, which is quite surprising. And I'm gonna give another minute, and they're gonna do another poll for. That's gonna be the last poll, guys. And you guys can check this out. We've given the updates for the transfers. We've discussed about the stories which have come out in the newspaper. And I'm sure that you guys will be looking forward to the transfer update. If there's going to be any by later in this evening, I will see if I can do an evening session, and most probably I'll be coming out tomorrow. As for our daily update, we do these transfer stories every single day, but on Sunday we do this grand session on transfers. It's a new thing which I've started, so that you guys do not miss out on anything. So right now, I'm going to closing down this poll. So it's going to be Tchouaméni and sorry guys. So this poll is closed. I'm going to start a new poll. So I'm going to start with this name. Start with another name. I'm going to see, this is going to be quite exciting. I think this is going to be a really good one, and I'm sure you guys are going to be excited about this one as well. Let me see. And so there you go, guys. Another poll up there right now. So you need to guys give in your votes. This is going to be the last poll of the day. And then we'll be back next Sunday. We'll be doing more polls. And I'll be doing this transfer of the season. I'll be getting the winners and I'll try to collect them by the end of this, and we will see who do you guys think is going to be the one. So let's see how it goes. So it's Richarlison and Frankie de Jong. It's Richarlison who's winning this one. Let's see what you guys choose for. And Richarlison, Frankie de Jong. So far it's Richarlison's winning, and right now it's a draw. We're gonna see what's gonna happen here. And we will see what's happening right now. It's Frankie de Jong who has taken the lead right now, and right now after this I'll be closing down the poll. So I'm sure that you guys will be looking forward to this one. Next Sunday as well, I will see if I can come out in the evening for the evening update. That update is going to be most probably around, I think, 8 p.m. UK time. That's what I'll try to see if I can do that one. So I will be closing down this poll right now, and I'm going to give another minute so that it's over, and we will be heading towards the closing of the session. I want to thank you all of the guys. Thank you, Dimba, for tuning in, and it's really kind of you for coming in today. And for all of you who have tuned in today, so I'll be closing down this poll, and that's the end of it, guys. So most probably tomorrow I will be coming again, maybe in morning, maybe in afternoon, maybe in the evening. I'm going to put it up a time over here for the morning update. It's going to be ten a.m. UK time morning update. So there you go, guys. These are the timings for the transfer updates that we normally do. 10 a.m. UK time, 3 p.m. UK time, 8 p.m. UK time. You guys can check if you're not from those local times. You can check out the time difference and you can tune in to that timings. You can press the bell button icon so you can receive the notification. Please do subscribe to the channel, press that like button, and I want to thank you everyone who have tuned in today. It's really appreciative that you guys have tuned in today for what we have been seeing. So hopefully I'll be seeing you soon, maybe in the evening today. There will be many updates, so hopefully I'll see you guys, and I want to thank you very much for tuning in. So most probably there will be some updates by tonight. So want to thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, press that like button as well, and hopefully you would have loved today's transfer session today. You can check out in the back, we've done so many stories. We've talked about Arsenal, we've talked about Tottenham, we have talked about Chelsea, we have talked about Manchester United, we have talked about Bayern Munich, we have talked about so many clubs. You guys need to go back and check it out. You will really enjoy it. And I want to thank you very much for watching and have a nice one. I'll be seeing you in the evening, and these are the timings right in the chat box. So you can come at that time and you can check out what timing we'll be tuning in. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and have a nice one. Thank you very much.